Good morning. We're going to take a quick look this morning at the 2014 Topps cards. I was able to venture out yesterday morning through the ice and snow and make it to a local Target and dabble in some 2014 Topps cards. So I will be posting a box break for a jumbo box either at some point later today or during the coming weekend. But I just wanted to kind of give my take on the Topps cards for this year. And if you haven't had a chance to get out and get any, kind of show you what you're in for before you buy them. So anyway, this is the base card. This is what the base cards look like. It's kind of your kind of ho-hum Topps card. Kind of what I expected of it to look like. So, the first set, it's got some good photography in it, some cool stuff. And, you have your usual run of parallels. So I got just a bunch of rack packs yesterday since I was at Target. Some of the usual things you have are you have your gold parallels, which is, numbered to your year, which, this has been a long-running thing that Topps has done. There are a couple new colors, though. I'm going to show you really quick. Love this card. There's this red parallel. It's sparkly. Pretty cool parallel. And you go online and look around at different people who have started cracking into the new Topps. People really like this variation. There's also, this is another new variation this year, and I like this one too. It's a green color, kind of cool. There's no serial number or anything on the green. Same with the red. The red doesn't have a serial number. There's also, if you look around, the other really cool one, and hopefully I'll get one of these out of the jumbo I open. There's a lot of yellow parallels floating around. The yellow look really sharp. So I'll have some of those hopefully to show off this weekend. So some of the basic inserts then, you have this. It's the futures now. It's a lot of young players. So, that's one insert. You also have this upper class, which also has a autograph line as I've been looking around, including, and I did a post on this the other day, it's a Yadier Molina, who hasn't signed in forever, but it's an exchange, so I'm curious to see if Yadi actually signs or not. You have this, which is 50 years of the draft. So you have a bunch of different draft guys. I also got a David Price of this, so it's pretty nice for me, being a Rays Durham Bulls guy. And then I like this one a lot, and I saved my favorite two for last. They have a super veteran insert this year, and this is kind of a throwback. It's a play on a subset of the 1983 Topps cards. And in 1983 Topps, they had this. It was part of the regular set. The heading looked very similar. The photograph, though, in the 83 Topps was, the split in between the new picture and the old picture was vertical. And, they had all kinds of cool oldies. I think Nolan Ryan was in it, Steve Carlton, Gaylord Perry, lots of good old guys. So in this set, I got a couple of them. I got a Barry Zito, and Adam Wainwright, of course, Carlos Beltran. So, really cool looking set. And I don't know who the rest of the set is, but this is probably one of the two insert sets that I'll definitely have to put together for this set. My other cool set that I liked was the Topps Minis, and I wasn't sure about these going in. At first I saw that they were doing the Minis were the 1989 Topps cards, and I was excited, and it's something that I enjoyed opening as a kid. And if you're ever just looking for a cheap box to open, if you go in your card store or you look around online and look for 1989 Topps cards, they're readily available still, and they're wildly inexpensive and fun to open, and they even have the bubble gum. So when I saw his 89 tops, I was excited about it, and then I heard that they didn't have a border on it, and I was a little bit unsure about how these were going to turn out. And I opened it, and I spent a lot of time yesterday kind of looking at this card, and actually I really like it, and I like it for a couple of reasons. One, I think that not having the white around the outside and just having the color band kind of really makes the card pop. That's one thing. Two, by cutting off the border, it's not only a mini card, but it's also a die cut. You have like some of these cool, edges down here with the swirl around the name banner, and up here, you have curved lines. It's not, a cookie cutter rectangle card, which makes it just kind of really cool. The challenging part, though, about the minis, and it's going to make it a difficult, or at least a more challenge to put it together this year, is Topps actually cut way back on the seating of these. So, in years past, when the minis have kind of picked up and got popular, for example, like in 2011, they did the Kimbrel Champion, the little minis with the white edges, and they looked like they were the colored pencil pictures. Those were seated at like 1 to 3, 1 to 4, where you could open a box, have half the set, buy a lot, and be 1 or 2 short that you just kind of piece together, and it was really easy. This year the minis are running 2 per box, and it's like a 24-30 card set. So the pre-sales of the mini set, if you go on eBay, like one of my measuring sticks on eBay for some of this is, if you find the user Brent and Becca, they're case buster from Arkansas, and they're really hobby friendly, and they have lots of good information. Good follow too on Twitter. Their pre-sales have been going in like the low hundreds for the Topps mini set. So this is gonna be a fun set to try to put together this year, but at the same time it's going to be more expensive than in the past, and a little bit more challenging to find. So some of the more popular singles, even, you can see it in the price as they go off on eBay. They're a little bit harder to find. Okay, all right, 2 more quick items here really quick. Topps 14 also has these cards in them. It's some kind of redemption. I know 2011 kind of was the Topps, where they had the diamond cards. Those were kind of like the coolest, the coolest year they did the online thing. The last couple of years I haven't liked it as much, so looks like they're going back with this, and it seems like it's talking about how you can redeem it, and there's sets that you can get. So it seems like maybe the redemption cards this year are going to be a little bit easier to get, but you're going to have to put a set together. So I'm kind of curious about that. The other thing is there's tons of variations. So there's sparkle variations, which they brought back from 2011, and then there's also different pictures, which they've been doing the last couple of years. The one thing that I found really odd, this was my variation that I found in my rack packs. It's a Kershaw card. The curious thing about it is that the variations this year that are in the Series 1, they're not only Series 1 variations, but like in Kershaw's case, card 400, it's a Series 2 card. So, this is the variation, and then there's another variation where Kershaw's wearing goggles and he's got champagne on him, but you don't even know what the base card looks like yet. So I find that kind of really curious and interesting, and interesting move. So since they've done Series 2 variations in Series 1, kind of makes me a little bit interested to see what happens when we get to Series 2, as far as variations go, or what happens with the update set this year, even looking way entirely too far down the road. So anyway, that's my take on the 2014 Topps cards, just from buying a couple rack packs at Target, venturing out in the cold that has become the southern part of the United States, through the ice and the snow. So again, I'll do a jumbo break at some point later this week. I hope you enjoyed my take on this, and looking forward to seeing what some other people think of it and what they get. And I'll, of course, post all the cards I get from the set this year. So have a great day, stay warm, stay safe, and I'll talk to you guys later.